back to Sneha Sopti YouTube channel. And after studying hydrocarbon introduction in my previous video, now today we shall move on to study about the naming of hydrocarbons. This is really basic topics I am doing with you. And before you watch on this video, if you have not watched my earlier video of hydrocarbon introduction, please do watch it, as I will provide its link also in the description box for you to identify that what root word, what suffix is used for the naming of hydrocarbons. So without wasting much time, we shall move on, and those who are watching this video for the first time and they are new to my channel, kindly subscribe so that you can continuously get the notifications of the educational videos concerning to chemistry subject. So we start on. If I say hydrocarbons, I have already explained in my earlier video that hydrocarbon means the compounds of carbon and hydrogen only. If I talk about carbon, carbon valency is 4 and it needs 4 more electrons to complete its octet. That is why we say that carbon is tetravalent. So it makes up 4 bonds. It makes up 4 bonds, either in the form of a single bond or in the form of double bond. Since we are talking about hydrocarbons, so we shall be making up bonds with carbon-carbon or with carbon-hydrogen. If I talk about the simple example as methane, which is methane, meth means single carbon atom and ane means alkane, so it requires 4 hydrogen to complete its octet. So always remember that carbon is tetravalent. It will be always forming 4 bonds to complete its outermost shell with 8 electrons. Now we proceed on with the naming. And before we proceed on with the naming, we should first remember the rule that whenever we are naming a hydrocarbon, we have to see whether there is a double bond, whether there is a triple bond, whether there is a side chain or not. Now, what does a side chain means? The alkyl group. I shall do alkyl group explanation later in this video. We always move first by numbering. Now, let us give an example how we move on with the numbering. Suppose I take up this example and I put on here double bond. And see, here is a single bond carbon, so it will be requiring 3 hydrogens more to satisfy its valency. Here this carbon has 1, 2, 3 bonds, so it requires 1 more. This carbon has 1, 2, 3 bonds, it requires 1 more. This carbon has 2 bonds, so 1H, it makes up a tetravalent. This carbon has 1 bond, so 1H, and 1H. It's a tetravalent now. Whenever we have to do the numbering, we have to count the carbon atoms and we have to see that from which side is our double bond or the triple bond or our side chains are coming up first. Suppose if I start a numbering from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, see, I write down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we come to know that our longest chain is of 5 carbon atoms. Now, if we do the numbering, on the third carbon atom, the double bond is coming. We have to see the lower number where the double bond is coming. And if I start counting from this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still now the longest chain is of 5 carbon atom only. But this time the double bond is coming on the second carbon atom. So we do preferably choose the numbering from this side rather than from this side, because double bond is coming nearer if we move from this side. Now, if there's a 5 carbon chain, I have already explained in my previous video, if it's a 5 carbon chain, we use a root word pent. And since the double bond is coming on the second carbon atom, we will write the number 2. And for double bond, we use a suffix "ene." So it clearly means it is pent-2-ene. So this is the naming of this hydrocarbon, which is also called the IUPAC, International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. So this is the IUPAC, or the naming of the hydrocarbon. Let's switch on to more examples. If I say I have, now try to balance the hydrogens with me. This is carbon is one bond satisfied the valency, so we need to satisfy its three more. Here it's two bonds, so two hydrogens to make it tetravalent. Again, two hydrogen to make four bonds with carbon. See, I hope you're able to understand how we are doing. Carbon is tetravalent. That means it has to satisfy its four valency to complete its outermost shell with 8 electrons. Here we will associate it with, bonded with three hydrogens. Now, can you see there is all single bond? Yes, so you can do numbering anywhere. Now we have to see the longest carbon chain. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And if you move from this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There is no double bond, nothing. So if it's a 7 carbon chain, we say 1, numbering is only of the carbon atom. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 means hep or sept. Hept, it's all single bonds, so heptane, or you can even write down as septane. I hope this is clear. We move on to one more example, because the more and more you practice, the more hydrocarbons and naming shall come up to you. Now, if we again satisfy its valency, here will be three hydrogens, here will be two hydrogens. Now check here. This carbon is already satisfied with 1, 2, 3, 4. So we do not provide any hydrogen with it. We do not bond. Similarly, this carbon has satisfied its 4 valency. No bonding of hydrogen. Now this carbon, 2 hydrogen will be attached to it, bonded to it. And for this carbon, 3 hydrogens to make it tetravalent. Now we first choose the longest carbon chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if we count from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means we have a 6 carbon chain. So we can write down as Higgs. Now we have to do the numbering. If I do numbering from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On my third carbon atom, on this chain of third carbon atom, the triple bond is coming. And if I do numbering from this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here also, the third carbon atom is having the triple bond. So either you do numbering from this side or this side, it remains the same. So Higgs, third number, 3 number is identifying that on the third carbon atom, there is a triple bond. For triple bond, we put a suffix "-ine". I again let you know this explanation of complete "-ane", "-ine" and "-ine" suffix root words I have done in my previous video of hydrocarbon introduction. I shall provide the link in the description box. Do not forget to watch it. Let's do some more examples. Now, one thing more. If a particular carbon atom has more than 2 double bonds, I hope now it is clear to you how to put on the hydrogen, and its condensed formula and line formula I shall also do in this video. This carbon is tetravalent. It's all completed. This carbon has 3 valencies satisfied, 1 hydrogen, here 1 hydrogen, 1 more hydrogen, and this carbon, 3 hydrogens will be bonded with the carbon to complete its octet. Now first we select the longest carbon chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I count from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If it is 6, we use a root word hex. Now if we start numbering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can clearly see that if we do numbering from this side, the double bond is coming to be near. The double bond is on the number 2 carbon atom and on number 3 carbon atom. You will say it's on the number 4 carbon atom also. Now if I say 2, it already means the double bond is in between 2 and 3 carbon atoms. So we write the lower number. Similarly, this double bond is present between carbon atom 3 and carbon atom 4. So we will be using the lower numbers to tell the position of the double bonds or the triple bonds. So now on carbon 2 and carbon 3, it's the double bond. So whenever in the main chain, this is called the main chain, there is more than one double bond or a more than one triple bond, we use or add a root word A. So it will hexa 2, comma 3. Since there is two double bonds, so it is diene. Hexa 2, 3 diene. So one example I am giving you and complete its valency and practice on your own. Please let me know the answer. If you have a doubt, please do let me know. In this particular, I have given three double bonds. So please do let me know the answer. I am waiting for your answer. Now, moving on, we have completed with double bond, single bond and triple bond. We now move up with the alkyl chain. The alkyl group, which I call a side chain, is represented by R or R dash. Its general formula is CnH2n plus 1. I've already explained that if there is one carbon atom, two carbon atom, three carbon atom, four carbon atom, up to 10 carbon atom, the root words in my previous video, do click on the link. It's already these root words I am underlining. If it is alkyl, just add a suffix "-il" to it. So if it is meth, it becomes methyl. If it is eth, it becomes ethyl. If it is non, it becomes nonyl. This non represents the number of carbon atoms which are present in a hydrocarbon compound. Yl, alkyl, and do remember its general formula CnH2n plus 1. Suppose if I say what is the general formula or the molecular formula of octyl. So oct means 8 carbon atom. Now put in this formula. C8H. 2 into 8, 16 plus 1, 17. Now can you see for octyl? The answer is C8H17. Now can you see this sign written? Actually do refer as this. This represents that carbon 1 valency is not satisfied. Alkyl groups valencies are not satisfied, so their one carbon atom is free to link up with the other hydrocarbons. Now we shall do the IUPAC or the naming with the alkyl chains. If I write and I give you this example, now I put the side chains to it. Let's do it. I hope now you can do the hydrogen portion on your own, but still I do it for you. For next, you do it on your own. See, I'm putting up the hydrogens to satisfy the carbon valency as tetravalent. Here also carbon 1 bond. So I'm doing like this, and you can put them as H, 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 H and H. Now we have to first choose the main chain. That means the chain with the longest carbon atom. First we move like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if we move like this, we have 6 carbon atom chain. Now if we move like this, start from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again the 6 carbon chain. If you start from here, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a 4 carbon chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 carbon chain. If I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, again 5 carbon chain. So my longest carbon chain, I take up it as 6 carbon chain. This is the main chain. Now we have to do the numbering. We also shall prefer the numbering to do from that side of the carbon chain from where the alkyl groups are nearer. You can see from here it is little far, because if I do the numbering from here 1, 2, can you see on 2 there is one side chain, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can see on the second carbon and on the fourth carbon there is a side chain, there is a alkyl group. If I start from the bottom, 1, 2, 3. So it is on third, fourth, fifth. On third and fifth, if I go from the bottom side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can see if I go from this side, it is 3 and 5 carbon which are having the alkyl group. So which one we will be preferring? This one and not this one. So we will start doing the numbering from this side. Now you check on the 2 carbon atom, there is a 1 carbon alkyl chain. I have already done right now. 1 carbon alkyl chain is, you can go on the previous page to see 1 carbon alkyl chain is methyl. So on second carbon and fourth carbon, there is a alkyl chain. So T2, 4. How many total? 1 methyl, 1 methyl. So we will be using the word dimethyl. Any other side chain? No. Now the main root word, main carbon chain, hex. And since all have a single bond, so hexane. Now we shall proceed on to one more example. This time I am not satisfying the carbon valency, children. Please do it on your own. Now I do it like this. C2H5 and I do it as CH3. Now you can please do the double bond or sorry, do the hydrogen balancing on your own, bonding of hydrogen to fulfill its, I just put like this so that you can just put hydrogen there. That's all. Put it on your own. Now, first step is the selection of longest carbon chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can you see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, if I start from here, it's C2H5 means 2 carbon here. So, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That means our longest carbon chain is of 8. So, we do like this. First of all, select the longest carbon chain. That is the main chain. After selecting the main chain, can you see one side chain? Yes, this is our side chain. And if we start numbering from here, this side chain will be nearer. 7, 8. So on which carbon atom is the side chain? On the third carbon atom. And at C2H5, this alkyl group, 2 carbon atom eth, the root word eth, and the suffix you need to put as ethyl. So 3 ethyl, 8 carbon atom root word is oct, and all are single bonds. So octane. So its naming is 3 ethyl octane. Students, if you have any doubt, please do write in the description box so that I can revert back to you. Now we proceed on to the condensed formula. What does condensed formula means? Right now I was giving you the explanation about the open chains. That means in this way, these were the open chains like this. But if we have to write the condensed formula of it, how can we write it? Now we shall study. What is the condensed formula? Because if you study in grade 11th and 12th, they do ask, and sometimes in class 10th also, that do write the condensed formula for this structural formula. So how you have to write it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the longest carbon chain. Now we start from here. This is CH3. So CH3, done. Now this carbon has 2 hydrogens, CH2. Now this carbon, third carbon has this alkyl group. So we will be writing as C and then CH3 in the bracket because this carbon has the side chain. So this shows that with this carbon there is a side chain CH3 and then this carbon CH2, next carbon CH2 and the next carbon CH. So it's very simple to write the condensed formula for any reaction. If I give you one more example for the children to try it out, it's like CH3, CH3. You can try out with me. I'm just balancing here the number of hydrogen atoms. You will say, I have written 3 H3C. That means H, H, H. H, 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 and H. Can you all write with me the condensed formula of this particular Hydrocarbon, first we see the main chain, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 main hydrocarbons, 5 chain of hydrocarbon. Now we start up from here. So this is CH3, or you can write down H3C, then it's CH2, and with this carbon atom there are two methyl groups, so bracket open, CH3, there are two methyl groups, so hold twice, then we proceed on to CH2 and then CH3. Very simple to write the condensed formula, no worries for it. Now we shall do the line formula, which is very important, which starts from grade 11th. This is called the line formula, and each this particular vertices, you can say, represents the carbon atom. Sometimes the question comes that from this line formula draw the structural formula. It is very easy. Start up with here. This means C, single bond 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 C, and a single bond C. Now you only have to satisfy its valency with the hydrogens, which I hope, children, you can do it. But now if I do a certain twist, I do like this and I put like this. Now how to do it? This particular group means, see, this is C. If I write now like this, what does this mean? That each vertex to be C. Its carbon, I've already taught you that carbon is tetravalent. One valency is already satisfied. It requires 3 more. So it is a methyl side chain. So if I write down its structural formula, this C, single bond, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So can we draw 6 carbon atoms like this first? Now can you see on 2 there is a methyl group? So 2CH3. Then on third carbon there is a double bond. That's all finished. Now you can just satisfy the valency of carbon with hydrogens. These are all the side chains. Now if I give you one more example like this, this particular side chain is called ethyl. Why is it called ethyl? Can you see this carbon C and this carbon C, all carbon wants to be tetravalent, so CH3, and this will be CH2. So what is C2H5? C2H5 is ethyl. So do remember, if on a particular main chain it's written like this, that means it's methyl, and if it is like this, it is called ethyl. And just check the positions of double bond and triple bond. I shall give you more examples. I hope you can do it more better. But this you can understood. This is a, either you can write on the top or even you can write down one. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And if I have to draw the triple bond, we can even draw it in this manner. If it is this, I hope it is clear. This is a triple bond and this is a side chain of C2H5, and this is particularly a triple bond. So if we have to do the naming of this compound, shall we try it? Yes. So first main step is selection of the longest carbon chain. If I do numbering from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And if I do numbering counting this alkyl group also, because alkyl group means this is C2H5. That means 2 carbons here, C2H5, 2 here, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That means either I count from this side or I count in this way, it remains the same. So we do in a normal way. Now can you see on third alkyl group there is a there is on third carbon there is alkyl group, and on fourth carbon there is a triple bond. But do remember, children, whenever there is a preference of double bond, triple bond, or a side chain, we give a preference to whom for numbering? Yes, to the bonds first, double bond, triple bond, and then to the side chain. So if we have to do the numbering of this particular compound, I draw its structure, its line formula again. So if I do numbering from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, our third carbon is having a triple bond, and here our fourth carbon is having a triple bond. So we will not do numbering in this way. We shall do the numbering in this order. Now on 5 carbon atom we have the eth group. So we write 5 ethyl. 7 carbon atom means the root word sept or hept. On the third carbon atom that has a alkyne, that is ine. So this is the naming of the side chain with double bond, triple bond hydrocarbons. Students, still you have a doubt, please do come up to me. I shall even put down the link for the previous video of hydrocarbon introduction to avoid any problems for you. Okay, students, thank you for watching today's video. If you have any doubts, most welcome, and have a happy